I'm going to turn on my mic and call the ZBA meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm going to call roll here. Sam's with us, right? Mr. Roney. Mr. Smith, right here. Our newest member. Samantha, I knew it. Just gave you a minute.
Here.
You're here, that's good. Aaron did say he's not going to be, Aaron Geer, G-E-R, is not going to be with us. Also, Kathy Vosberg, that's our representative from the Township Board, and our representative from Planning Commission, Mr. LaBelle, won't be joining us this evening either. We are a 7-member board, so we are missing several members. We need 4 members in order to have a quorum, which I believe we could satisfy that. But this board does not work on a simple majority. It has to have 4 positive or 4 negative votes for anything to move forward. So if we get into a discussion where we can't move this forward, we're going to have to table it to our next regular scheduled meeting. We do have something on the 26th agenda so far, so that could be handled, but I'm hoping we don't have to go down that route. First one we have on our agenda for this evening, we have 2023 number 2. We're moving right along. Anybody representing, could you please step up to the podium and state the reason that you're in front of us this evening?
Is that on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Bill Thompson. I'm here representing Charco Properties. They own a parcel of land on, well, the address is, if I can find it. 4730, oh no, I'm sorry, that's the address. 55285 Gratiot. It's about a half mile south of 26 Mile Road on Gratiot, west side of the road. It's a small triangular piece of property. It was recently, there were 2 parcels there, 2 small parcels that were combined about a year ago, 6 months ago. The problem with these pieces, once they're combined now, like I said, they're triangular. And if you apply the setback requirements for the township, they make them almost unbuildable. If you take a look at the criteria for variance approval that I've got here, I'll read some information off to you. The parcel acreage is listed as 2 acres, but that measurement is to the center line of Gratiot Avenue, which is a 150-foot right-of-way. 75 of it is on our side of the road. The right-of-way consists of 0.89 acres. The strict enforcement of the M2 zoning ordinance would require a front setback of 75 feet, an additional 0.69 acres. That would cut the parcel down to 0.42 acres. Also, because the parcel is across the street from R2 residential, there would be an additional 25-foot setback required. That's another 0.152 acres. The total loss of right-of-way and the setbacks off the 2-acre parcel would be about 1.732 acres, leaving an unbuildable area of about 0.26 acres of them whose own property. There were a couple drawings submitted with the application. I don't know if you have them in the same order. Unfortunately, both are number 1. One of them shows the buildable area once all the setbacks are enforced, and we end up with a potential building of 2,178 square feet, which is hardly viable. We're asking for a setback which would be the same as the M1 zoning setback, a total of 125 feet from the center line of the road, whereas the application of the M2 setbacks would total 175 feet. So it's a variance of 50 feet we're looking at. That would allow the construction of the building, and the drawing I supplied would be the maximum building on the site. That doesn't really take into account tile field location and detention basin, which would be, near the right-of-way. But we could get anywhere from 6,000 to 7,000 square feet on that parcel. So we're asking your consideration of the unique parcel itself and its location, and we're asking for a variance of 50 feet from 175 feet to 125 feet. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, thank you. Samantha, can you please start us off, if you have any questions?
No questions.
Thank you so much. Mr. Smith?
Yeah, there's currently a structure on the property.
Excuse me?
There's currently a structure on the property, I believe.
There is a structure on the property.
Right.
This used to be the Nationwide Fence property. Bob DeMille ran a fencing operation out of there for probably since the 70s.
Right. How
but
far
he
is
moved-
that building set back?
Excuse me?
How far is the setback at the moment?
It's within the road right-of-way almost.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
Okay. And what's the intended purpose? What's the intended use of the building that you're proposing to build?
Jim, you want to address that? Come on up here.
Can you step up and sign in,
No,
please?
come up here.
Need you on the record, please, thank you.
Hi, Arnold Rakia with Jarco Properties. It would just be light industrial or warehouse.
Okay.
Thank you. Which conforms to the zoning.
So it would conform to the M1
The light
zoning
industrial, yeah.
requirement, not the
Yes.
M2. Okay.
Not that intrusive on the
No question.
Mr. Maroney?
Excuse me, the existing building is not inside the 75-foot right-of-way, but it is within the 175, 150-foot right-of-way.
My main question is, why can't the building be pushed more to the north and flip-flop the parking lot from where the parking lot is now to the southern end of the property? Does it remove too many spaces?
It probably could. That was just a schematic laying out. All I gotta do is find it now.
Because you have, it says you have 24 feet, so you move, 24, you have 30, so 50, 67 feet, 57 feet roughly? 18, 36, 60 feet, I'm sorry, 60 feet to the north.
Excuse me?
If you moved it 60 feet to the north, I mean, I don't know what, you'd have to stay up the northern property line, but how does that remove?
Well,
Does
the
it remove
parking-
too many spaces for the size of building you want to build?
You gotta balance the parking in the building, obviously. It could be moved to the north. You could pick up maybe another 500,000 square feet, maybe.
And my thought is if you move it more that way, maybe the change of 50 feet maybe isn't as much as, say, 30 or 25. I don't know if, it'd have to be redrawn, but I don't know if that's a possibility, if it's been attempted to see how the building would fit.
It'd be possible.
Does it have to have and it doesn't have to have a double drive, like a double entrance? Is that something that's been in front of planning, do we know?
About as far as we could move, it's maybe 20 feet, because you still have to have the drive.
20, just
You
like
still
the
have to
back,
have the parking, yes.
just like the back along that, I'm gonna call it western property line.
You need the driveway through there for fire protection. We discussed this from the fire marshal, and he thought that he could cover the building from the industrial property on the west side, but that building is no place near this one, their parking lot. This is all field behind here.
Yeah, I went by the site today, so I looked it over. Okay, that's really all I had.
The only thing that the chair does have this time is, when you get these angles, especially on grasses, you create the impractical use on these properties, and, that's one of the reasons behind the ordinance is us to step forward and actually make it a buildable property, so basically, it can be utilized for the community. Also noting that we did send out to residents within the area, they all look all commercial, 25 Gratiot, RSL Investments, North Shore Properties, and the other one is I think it's Orchidson Corporation on Gratiot. So basically, there is no one here this evening on it, so I don't think it really has any detriment to the community on moving forward with this. Gary, do anything at this time?
I believe that the variance request does meet all the required needs for a variance. It is an odd property, it's unbuildable without a variance, and I believe you should move forward on it. my opinion.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. I don't see anybody out there, but I do need to state this. Like I stated earlier, the fact is they're all seem to be commercial industries that own this property adjacent around that. They're the ones that would be directly impacted by this change in zoning, or not zoning, but this change in this variance. So I don't see that. So once again, any comments from the floor? Let the meeting minutes show that we did ask for comments from the floor and no one came forward. Anything additional from my right? Anything additional from my left? Anything you wish to add, Gary? Since you got a mic that works?
No, sir.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Thompson, please, anything?
Nothing else to supply.
No.
No other comments, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, on that note, what's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve the variance for, I guess I gotta get the number.
There you go. Very good there.
2023-02 for a 50-foot variance as a it's a, how do I want to word this? We'll go with just the practical difficulty of the triangular property.
I'll support.
Only thing I would add to that is they did verify there is a practical difficulty on this property.
I will, and also add that it has to be pending approval of the planning department.
Okay, good. Anything else?
Support.
Any other comments or concerns on the motion? All in favor, signal by saying aye.
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 Oppose? Has been approved. Make sure you go ahead with next procedure. If that's going to see the planning commission or building department, you might as well go that way. And Mr. Thompson, don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us again, okay?
Okay. Thank you
You've been
very much
missed.
for your time this evening.
No problem. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming. See where we're at here. Yeah, we had an agenda. Why can't I find the agenda? Did I get the agenda? I haven't done these in so long, I kind of, where are we at in the agenda? Okay, any old business we wish to discuss at this time? Any new business? Okay, I believe we had meeting minutes. Has everybody been able to review? Looking for a motion on that.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from March 8th, 2023 meeting.
Looks like my power came on, that's a good thing. Mr. Smith, I do have the meeting minutes. If you could honor with signing off on them, that'd be appreciative. And we could then make sure we're moving in the right direction with this. We
I'll
have
support the motion.
for meeting minutes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Smith, support by Ms. Hickey, to move ahead with the meeting minutes. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you so much. Gary, anything you want to bring us up to speed on? Yeah, we could adjourn the meeting. We could do that too, yeah. Yeah, we don't need it on the record.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.